Hello and welcome to my Yu-Gi-Oh channel. Today we're looking at a new card from Power of the Elements. This is Artemate Slay. It's a normal spell card with the effect your opponent cannot activate monster effects in response to the activation of this card. 1. Send one monster from your extra deck to the graveyard and target one monster your opponent controls with the same monster card type. Fusion, Synchro, Exceeds, Pendulum, or Link. Return that monster to the deck. I think this is actually one of those counter-based cards similar to things such as Crossout Designator. You also have Call by the Grave, you have Lost Wind. These are all cards meant to stop your opponent's extra deck monsters. The concern with this card is you essentially have to have at least a couple of each of these cards because you never know what you're going to be running up against. Be that in the case of you're running, for example, Elemental Heroes, that's a fusion based deck. I know they have a couple of link monsters, but beyond that, you don't really have that much support for things such as Exceeds or Pendulum, in which case it makes things a lot more difficult to run. You are going to have to sacrifice the integrity of your extra deck just to be able to run this card alongside it. It's fine as a general example, and in certain formats, for example, I would imagine with Link still ever present, we're going to get some more popularity with that. But since we're no longer in a state of Yu-Gi-Oh that's actually focused on a brand new extra deck mechanic, people are going to be running all sorts of different extra deck monsters, be that a combination of all of them. This means it's very unlikely you're going to get the full effect of this if you're relying on having the maximum potential of your extra deck. 15 cards for many is not enough, and it puts you at a point where you can't really sacrifice the extra deck space to put in a couple of random throwaway cards. It mentions as the notes, the written name is Arrowhead of the Moon Goddess. The Furigana says it should be read as Artemate Slay, which seems to be a portmanteau, so it's a combination of ultimate, pronounced in Japanese, and Artemis, which is the Moon Goddess. What do you guys think of this card? Do you think this is actually going to replace some of those other cards such as Lost Wind, Call by the Grave, Crossout Designator, or do you think this is one of the weaker ones that they've introduced so far? I'd love to hear those in the comments down below, and make sure to watch the video at the end screen. It's going to be another card covered by Power of the Elements.